The easiest pepper shot that you can ever see. Watching, if you're new here, please consider subscribing and let's dive straight into the video. Start by folding your fabric into 4. This is folded. So you have 1, 2, 3 and 4, and here is just 1 folded. So I'm making this for hip 34. This is the waist. This is the waist. I'm going to add a band later on, and to the hip line, which is 9, and the full length is 20. So this is my seam sewing allowance. So the hip is 4 by 4, which is 8.5, but pepper shot is not fitted, so I'm leaving it at 12 with my seam sewing allowance here. The flap, taking it down to 10, and down here, which is the waist, I'm going to mark it 10. And the rest like this. When you take it out, you spread it out, and it's like this. This is your front. I mark 1 inch down here, and it's like this line. And to this, I reduce it by 1 inch. So when it's like this, I cut out from the center. So when you fold it, this is what you will have. You give it a quick press and cut it. This here is my back, I keep it aside, and this my front. So this is 9 by 6.5 inches fabric. You mark out, you keep the 2 piece aside. So what I have here now is 1, 2. Here you mark out 2.5, and here 5.5. And you open it up. So I'm going to stitch here and here. After sewing it 1/2 inch, you turn it and iron to top stitch. So I'll go ahead now and top stitch here. After top stitching, this is what it looks like. Then the next thing you will do now is to wind this to this. And I'm going to sew from here all the way to this place like this, and I repeat that here. After sewing here, your pockets are ready. So this is what I have here now. And the next thing is I'm going to trim off this excess here. Then now I can place the back panels. I will stitch here and I'll stitch the sides. So after joining the sides, the next thing is to open it up. Also here and here. After sewing, we open it up like this, and then we can sew the center legs. So you put them like this, and then sew. After sewing the center, as you can see, is coming up together. So what I have to do next is to hem the edges, and that is quite simple. I'm just going to fold it 1/2 inch first, and I'll fold it in again, iron it flat, and I will stitch. And I'll repeat that on this leg as well. After ironing and making sure that they are well aligned and that they are the same, I will not go around to stitch it properly. After hemming the bottom, you can now turn it out. Now you measure around the waist to cut out the waistband, starting from here. So it's 37.5. So I have gone ahead to cut this lengthy fabric. That is, the waist is 37.5, so I made it 38 so that I can sew in the 1/2 inch, and is by 5. So I'll go ahead now and sew here. After sewing, make sure to iron your seam properly, and then from here I'm going to lay it into half. After ironing, the next thing is to mark 1 inch, and I'm going to sew this 1 inch all round. So I'm going to go around and sew the 1 inch. After sewing 1 inch all round and starting from the back, I'm going to place it here. So when I place it here, because I'm going to use elastic band that is 1 inch, so when I place this here to leave the 1 inch gap, I'm going to sew 1/2 inch all round. But first of all, I'm going to leave opening here, and I will sew in 1/2 inch all round. So after sewing and leaving this opening here, I'm going to go ahead and insert my elastic band. And pull it through. As it has come up to the other side, I have to extend the elastic band till it gives me the size of the waist that is same with the one you are making. And when I have adjusted it to the level that I want, I will cut off the excess. And the next thing, I'm going to just place this on top of each other, and I'm going to sew it tight to make sure that it is well secured. Then after stitching, I can now close it. And that is how you sew your paper bag shorts. If you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet. And this is the final result after sewing. And this is the fitting, guys. Thank you for watching today's video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.